Hey everybody. How'd y'all do?
Hello.
Hey,
Everybody come out with a game at the end?
I think I
Everybody come
did.
out. You think
Well,
you did?
yeah.
We came out with something. So, uh, yeah, hopefully everybody learned something today. So yeah, if you didn't join us for the intros, a couple people did. But for the people who didn't join us for the intros this afternoon, yeah, we just finished the uh 2021 6-hour spooky jam. We try to do this every year. I don't think we missed a year yet, but we're gonna we're gonna keep doing this every year. Uh, so this is just a game jam without a theme. You just make something in 6 hours. Um, sorry, my brain is a little fried. I was like really trying to push hard to get some stuff done. So, yeah, but yeah, for those who don't know what the 6-hour jam is, 6 hours, learn something new, make a game, make some artwork for your game, make a piece of music. I think some people attempted to make like an actual real functional game, but that's not the point of it. I try to always tell people that the 6-hour jam isn't the competition. You just set out to do something new or learn something or try to push yourself. So yeah. Um, so I think we can probably just go ahead and get started with presentations if anybody wants to show off their game first.
Let's go.
Heck yeah. Eric, is our build ready? And should I present or should you present?
I don't care. You can go. It's ready.
Okay. Cool. I got the
Heck
last
yeah.
commit is add another dead end. Is that right? 6 minutes ago.
Yeah. Our game's all about dead ends.
All right.
There's actually two commits that are add another dead end.
Not dead ends.
Oh, and you sound pretty tired.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are.
Then you got
Alrighty,
it.
here we go.
I'm
Hi
pretty
guys.
pissed too. Yeah,
Hi,
so
guys.
can you kind of tell us a little bit about your game? Who else worked on it with you? And maybe a little bit about the technology or something you learned or something like that?
Heck yeah. Hi guys. My name is Colton. I was working with Eric, and we together made a game about Aaron, a friendly adventuring ghost that helps other ghosts solve problems that are preventing them from like moving on to the afterlife. And it's a like a rogue like randomly or procedurally generated exploration game where you have to find the right items and bring them to the right people. Before I dive in, Eric, is there anything you'd like to add?
That's a pretty basic little 2D like fetch quest thingy. We used these tiles from Kenny, these 1-bit tiles. It's done in Unity, and sometimes it generates impossible levels that you can't ever finish. Like right now, you spawned outside of the thing.
No. We did this on purpose. It was for the presentations. We wanted to make sure that you knew who made the game. Let me just run it again real quick. Now it knows to show you what an impossible level might look like if one were to be generated. But if I try it again,
Yeah, you basically have to start and stop Unity to regenerate a new level. But sometimes they're possible.
yeah, occasionally you get something that's possible. So we used Unity 2021. I did steal like the dialogue system out of Curse of Eternity that I've been working on the side, or on the side. The game that I've been working on, other than this, and like stripped it down to its bones, which is funny in the context of the game that we made. Hey, we made
This
it
one might
in.
be possible.
This one's possible. So you can see Eric's sick dungeons. This is all Eric, which is super cool that we managed to make it look like a dungeon. I'm so surprised in what we managed to get done in 6 hours. I'm just amazed. Oh, here we go. I was looking for this guy. So you can talk to this skeleton, and his name is Frankie the Skeleton, and he says, "Hello there, young ghost," and then you can respond with "Hi." He says, "I've been here for so very long, I cannot move on to my final resting place until my heart is returned to me. And then all you can say at this point is, I haven't seen a heart around. You can't say I found your heart yet. So you have to leave and go find the heart and bring it back to Frankie, which we did see a heart-looking thing in the first room. You get to go to the first room. And Frankie's heart, you find a heart somehow still beating softly. You can leave without picking it up, or you can pick it up. Eric, can you hear me now?
The art looks great. I like it a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, this is all the Kenny Asset pack. It was an inspiration. It's got like 600 different, like 8-bit
Oh
art
yeah, that's.
pieces.
I got like. I'm actually streaming this, and like someone said, it reminded them of like Baba and another. Like I thought it kind of reminded me of like Dwarf Fortress too. just the way that it moves and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then we can talk to Frankie. "Hello there, young ghost. Hi. I've been here for so very long, yada yada. But I found your heart. Thank you, young ghost. My spirit is finally at rest." Then you can leave. And that's our game.
Awesome.
And there's one other NPC in here. I don't want to spoil it. So, I guess we could spoil it if we... Eric, do you think we should spoil it? Or should we let them play? I can't hear Eric.
I can't either.
That's weird. He's green.
What?
Oh, there he
Oh, there
is.
we go.
Go ahead and spoil it. I don't care.
All right. I think to spoil it, I have to restart the game real quick.
Oh, it was broken. There's also no end condition, so even if you help the two NPCs, you're trapped forever in the dungeon, and it never ends. You never get to rest yourself.
Double made by Colton and Eric.
Yeah, that room is like for holes when it can't figure out what room to put there, so it puts that, which you're not supposed to be able to walk there, but sometimes you spawn there. And I thought of how to fix that bug just when presentation started.
Can you pet the dog?
Simon the dog. Woof. Hello there. And you can say, "Hi, what a good boy." And then you can say, he says, "Woof, can you help me find my bone?" And then you can say, "I haven't found it yet." And then you have to go find the bone, wherever that is. Oh, there's the heart. No, we need the bone. I'm sure the bone is up there somewhere. We'll push a fix for this before we Eric, you said you found the fix, right? So I guess we'll find
No,
we'll
for
find
the
it.
spawn point, not for the.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We
Not
won't
for the
post the fix for
areas.
this. This is the final version. You're just gonna have to keep replaying until you find it. Or maybe I missed it. Nope, I didn't miss it. Okay. Well, there's a bone up there somewhere, and you have to return the dog's.
There's some
dog's
perfectly
bone
good
to them.
bones right there.
I know. Yeah. Maybe I should have made those pick upable too. The thought did cross my mind. I just didn't act on it.
Poor dog. How'd the dog
But
get
yeah.
stuck in the dungeon?
Stuck forever.
He'll never get satisfied.
But,
That's really
yeah,
awesome.
that's been great. I had a fantastic time working with Eric, and we got way more done than I ever expected for us to get done in 6 hours.
Nice work, guys. That's great.
There's bones like right there.
Doggy dungeon.
Yeah, doggo. Let me just push these over. Let's code that in next. But alrighty. Well, thank you guys very much. Who's
that was very cool.
who's
Thank you.
next? Eric, wait. Actually, Eric, did you have anything else to say? I kind of cut it off.
No, I just I just discovered that there's another bug where it can put two of the NPC objects on top of each other, so it'll obliterate the first one, and you'll never be able to solve it.
Nice.
So made in 6 hours, tons of bugs.
As expected.
Hooray.
Exactly as intended.
All right. So we have Glenn and John Inc. who both worked on their own projects. If either of you would like to go next, or me and Josh can go next.
I'll go. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me share my screen. My game is a vertical resolution, so hopefully it'll work out. Let's see. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Alright.
Your code's
So-
on a vertical resolution.
Yeah. So I made a game about throwing people off a cliff. In case you can't read the poem in the center of the screen, it says, "So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens." That's a famous Imagist poem. You could probably Google it. So you have this white wheelbarrow up here, and when you click on it, you can take the body out of it and drop it down the cliff.
Just thud.
Oh no!
And you just do this until you're satisfied with the amount of bodies in the pit.
I am not satisfied with the amount of bodies in the pit.
How many bodies did you amass at one point in time?
I haven't really stress tested the pit. But theoretically, you could put a lot in here, and it'll be fine. Yeah, and you can sort of, you don't have to let them drop. You can grab them if you're fast enough, that is.
Are you able to stack them?
Yeah, you can. I mean, they're physics objects, so it's not going to be like a reliable stack.
Where's this person getting all these
Can you
bodies?
pick up one? Can you pick up one you've already dropped?
Yeah. Oh, actually, looks like it just picks up the most recently dropped one. I ought to make that a feature, though.
I saw that the only colors were black, white, and red, and I was so worried that when the body hit the floor, it would go splat. And I'm so glad I was wrong.
Well, I thought about doing that, but I didn't have time. I didn't want this to be a gory game so much as like it is sort of a body horror experience, but it's not like gory.
It's a little horrific. All these bodies are suffering from rigor mortis, like, and they're just frozen, and they land in the pit and like just flop.
Yeah, I would say if I work on this past today, I'm gonna make the little bodies ragdoll, so they flop around more, and fix a few bugs. Right, like I think it's kind of buggy if I put them up here, because of the way the collision geometry is working. But that's my game. And if you listen closely, there's static in the background, and of course the body sounds hitting the rock, and the wheelbarrow coming back and forth. My initial idea with the game was to provide instructions to the player at the beginning to imagine that each body is something that they want to, is some part of their own life that they want to get rid of. And you just sort of enumerate all the negative things in your life and throw it off the cliff. I might still go that route. But yeah, that's that.
Each body is a person. Oh,
It could be a person you know, or a concept that you were not a fan of, or an idea or an issue you had in your life. You know, I can imagine a lot of people throwing COVID-19 off the cliff. You know,
That's really deep.
or just throwing somebody off the cliff who you don't like. I don't know. Yeah.
Your idea for expanding on this is like so deep and profound, and mine is just like I'm just thinking, what if it was pachinko? And I'm like, there are two kinds of people in this world, I guess.
So I don't know how many people have their monitor rotated to see this at full res, but you know, yeah.
I particularly thought it was satisfying when, for a moment, like you dragged them to the left side, and there's like this little slidey bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of craving for more slidey. That was more satisfying.
Yeah, you should have it be a little more jagged.
Yeah, I think I will do that.
I'm not satisfied with the amount of bodies in the pit.
I imagine like it'd be cool if it were therapeutic to throw the bodies down into the pit.
You could have like a multi-ball power-up or something.
Yeah, I think it needs a little more juice to feel therapeutic, right? And I might work on doing that. So, yeah.
That's excellent. That's really funny. I guess me and Josh could go next, if y'all don't mind. So as is tradition with the 6 hour jam, when me and Josh do it together, we worked on another Tyler Presents game. Every time we work on one, we advance the timeline forward 1 year. So this year, this is the year 1999, and Tyler's having a Halloween party, and he invited people over in costume, and he's going around the party, pickpocketing his guests and stealing their candy. In the eventual final version of the game, there will be like a specific target that you're looking for, and you have to go and pickpocket them and steal their candy, but then like the whole house goes on high alert. So that's my terrible explanation of the game. If Josh wants to go into a little more detail while I play it, we got a surprising amount of it done. I think it helped that I kind of started from Uni's like freaking out. I started from a point of like having an older game that I just kind of gutted and reworked into this game. So I was able to like really work on like mechanics rather than work on like the base stuff. So it's kind of like a hybrid of my Unity asset crossover with like another game I was working on. I'll just say the name. Cover your ears. There's profanity. It's a game called Defucker that I was working on with Hot Dad, the YouTube comedy musician. We got pretty far into it, but I kind of had to take a break from it. But I repurposed a lot of the code for this. So anyway, Josh can go into a little more detail about the story or any weird lore that we have for the game.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty inspired by like the crappy like stealth mechanic from like the Elder Scrolls series. So we decided that was kind of going to be the main thing, was you're going to sneak up behind these kids. I mean, there's adult-sized kids in this game too, because all the people are all weird sizes. But you're going up to them. You can take the candy out of their pockets, but you can also put the candy back in other people's pockets too.
That's one of my favorite mechanics from like the Elder Scrolls games. Like even though you could like pickpocket people, you could also give them stuff. Like you put a weapon in their pocket. So I'm gonna go and give this kid all the candy, and then go back to them, and they'll remember like how much candy they had, and can like swap candy between different characters.
But this continues the trend of us using terrible Halloween costume packaging as characters in a game. So
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out like a halfway decent stealth mechanic. So like stealthing around and moving will like increase the alertness of an NPC, and then when they max out, they'll turn red, and you can like move away, and they'll start to slowly go back down. There's also like if you're like walking near them, like it won't raise suspicion, but if you're like crouching, it will. And if you're near an NPC and you stand up, they'll see that as suspicious, and so like I can sit here and like spam it, and they'll get suspicious. So it gives you like a jolt of suspicion. I also made these pumpkins pick upable. So
they have no relevance to the gameplay.
No, these are Josh's hands.
Yeah, those are my hands that I digitized and then turned green, then added dither to. Everything has dither on it because I just love throwing everything through a crappy dither filter. But I
like
used
Shrek's hands.
You do.
I used Photopea for most of this, so like the online website version of Photoshop for like almost the entire art thing. So it made it. I just throwing everything into one website and then running it through another website and then throwing it back into another website was interesting because I didn't use like any actual applications on my computer. So
every time you play through, it'll have like randomized costumes.
I'm losing it at Goku.
Yeah, the Goku's pretty good. I can't grab this one.
But yeah,
It's
a lot of
hard,
this,
these little-
a lot of this is just multiple photoshopped images, like to create a full image. Because like that candy pail was like 3 different images, and like I was just like, well, once it gets compressed down enough, like it looks like you can't even tell there was seams from the other images because like it's dithered to hell. So, but yeah, everything there's a little tiny cop kid.
Pickpocket's a little kid. Oh no, they saw me.
Well, with how this always is with this game jam, it's like obviously there's things we want to polish, we just didn't have time to. So
Yeah, I may end up continuing this tomorrow and trying to make something a little bit more like complete. But I'm gonna put this build up tonight so that people can play it. There's not much to play, but it's at least you can go and run around and pickpocket little kids or give them candy by sneaking around. So yeah, that's
When does the Tyler anthology come out?
we need to do it. I've been thinking about going back and polishing up the old games in some way, but I gotta find time to do that.
I don't think you started seeing like HD remakes of any game until like the 2005, 2006, that sort of era. So
Yeah.
you got a while before you have to worry about like remaking anything.
Yeah, we'll do it in 6 years. Go through and just remake all of them.
I can't wait to see the like 2005 Tyler game.
I'm excited for Y2K.
we had originally had a concept that this was going to be a fan of Tyler's game. So that's gonna kind of be how it continues on. I think is there's gonna be a younger version of Tyler that like is inspired by Tyler games. So then the titles of the games will continuously get longer because it's like inspired by the Twisted Tales of Tyler or something. And it's like we had another character.
We settled on Caleb. Yeah,
because it's an annoying kid name. So that'll probably be next year or something.
I hope there's not a Caleb watching the stream.
Hope not.
Well, whoops! If there is, I'm sorry.
Very cool Tyler game.
Thank you. I believe we have John. Did you want to present?
Okay. Yeah. So I was writing about how like I wasn't very capable with what I code right now, except for Visual Basic for applications, and that gave me the idea to make my game in Excel. So
I'm excited now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
Yeah.
it's not exactly like a done thing. Can anybody see what I got here? Or did it fail?
It does look a little funky. I don't think it's loading.
Oh, I'm not doing anything. I just wanted to make sure that.
I see a white screen with
a
a green
partial
line.
box.
Oh.
It's almost a rectangle.
Okay, cool.
You can share your desktop or your like an individual application.
Yep.
So,
We tried to originally it was like the so can you see I guess this is
okay. Looks good now.
so you can see this now.
Yep.
So supposed to be a little squirrel. And it's supposed to be like
Whoa.
a runner type thing. Except I haven't clearly figured out the collision yet or anything. But it's got a little jump there if you saw that.
That's actually really cool.
Insane. I just can't wrap my mind around the idea of making a game in Excel.
So, what does the formula on one of those look like? Or is this all, you
This
said
is all-
Visual
this
Basic
is all
running in the
Visual
background?
Yeah, I didn't use
Okay.
formulas, which would have probably been smarter to do. Now that you say that,
No. I think that the Visual Basic is probably the way to go. That formula would have looked hectic.
just run
This is
it.
awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty
Is
much.
that a city skyline in the background?
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but it just like the cells are painted.
Nice.
It was original. Like I had
Like orange slime now.
I wanted the background to be moving too and everything, but you kind of run out of time. So
It's really awesome.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
That is so cool.
what it actually is the animation is done on the different tabs here,
That squirrel's kind of cute.
and then so it's just basically taking these cells and putting it in the box over there. There's the pumpkin. And yeah,
That's awesome. I had no idea you could do that.
Where's the Visual Basic? What does that look like?
So I originally was building it out as like trying to make it like you see I've got class modules over here and stuff. But it wasn't exactly storing the variables like I'd like. So I ended up storing a lot of the stuff in cells in this tab called game data. But yeah, it's I've got the start of the code that just clears everything, and then I've got if you hold the D button like forward, it calls the function pump move and squirrel run, so it's handling both the pumpkin moving and the squirrel running. And this is just setting up the range of each frame, and then replacing the frame in the cells when you hold the D button.
I see.
This makes me think, should we have an Excel game jam?
It's not the easiest, but
The novelty of it is amazing, right? It's a tool you wouldn't think of to make games with,
yeah, for sure.
and yet it works.
Or we have a game jam where you use tools that are not made for making games.
That'd be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of it. I don't really have much more to say. So,
What's the game called?
Scary Data.
I like it.
But
That's
So-
really cool. Thank you for sharing.
How do you distribute that game? Can you give people an Excel sheet?
yeah,
That's
just give them the Excel.
That's really
It's,
cool.
it's just an EXLS, or yeah, just a macro sheet. So
We'll work on Google Sheets.
No.
Oh, sad.
I thought about trying that too, but I don't know how capable I am with my Google Sheets coding.
if you put the Excel sheet on itch,
Yeah,
it will be the first Excel document I've downloaded from itch. That's really cool.
I checked to make sure that you even could, so hopefully it works. But yeah,
Very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Mhm.
Before I get to the outro, do we have anybody else who did the 6-hour jam today? Last call? Okay. Wow. Round of applause, everybody. Good job. Good job, everybody who made the game.
Hooray.
You all are awesome. Few things before we go. Please submit your game to the itch page. I posted the link again in the 6-hour jam page. If you are doing the 6-hour jam tomorrow or Monday, there you have until Monday at 11:59, so midnight, effectively, to submit your game. And the sign-up form for the Louisville Mace Games Game Harvest will be going out. I would like everybody to show off their game again. I'll reach out to everybody who did the jam and send them the sign-up form. I'd just like everybody to show off either one of the games that they did for the 6-hour jam or some other game that they're working on. So yeah, that will be next weekend, on the 30th. So there's also a meetup page for it right now. So yeah, please attend if you can, submit a game. And yeah, thank you again for
Sweet.
Thanks
participating.
for
Have a good
putting
night,
it on.
everybody. What's that?
Awesome work,
Great job,
everyone.
Good job.
Yeah, awesome stuff, everybody.
Yeah, there's
That was
so many
fun.
cool things
Yeah, it was
just
cool
came
to
out
see all
of.
the stuff you came up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great job. And thanks for
wanna-
putting on the event, Alan.
Thanks. I want to play Excel Squirrel Pumpkin game while throwing people off a cliff and looking for a dog's bone in an impossible dungeon.
I wonder if there's a if you can filter games by like Excel games on itch or something. Like, I wonder if there are
Oh.
already some on there.
If
Yeah, I
if
wonder.
there's
Well, at
if
least
there's
one. So
yeah,
Microsoft Office games.
I think that would be a fun tag to add to the itch portal.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks for hosting, Alan.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I missed anything. Hopefully I didn't. But it's good seeing everybody.
Mhm.
Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a great night.
Have a good night.
I'll put the recording later.
Bye.
Bye.
like,